What's up, Millennial Money Investors? It's Brady, and I know it's been a long time. I have been very busy, but I had a couple comments on Instagram that I wanted to respond to in a YouTube video because I hear this question a lot from people in different countries, even people who want to hustle and make money but don't know how to really get started or really start building income, especially when they're young. And so what I want to do for you guys today is give you some really practical tips to make money in any country, in any place, any city. It doesn't matter where you live. There will be some places that it will be more lucrative or it might be easier to do, but you can do this anywhere. All right. So one of the very first ones, and all of these have different benefits. Some have some drawbacks, some have benefits. So, kind of evaluate all of these and then consider for yourself, what side hustle can you do to make some good money? So, one of the first ones is flipping cars. All right. Now, this one is a higher point of entry because you need, the cash to be able to flip a car, but flipping cars. So what you do is you look for a good deal on cars. This is going to require some work. You scour the internet, you scour some lots. Generally, a car dealership will already have enough of a price point built in that it won't be worth your while to buy from them. But look online, look if somebody's selling personally, look for a good deal, try to get the best deal you can. Then you buy it, right? Now, in my experience, it seems like higher priced vehicles, you're able to get more margin out of. If you get like a luxury sports car or something like that, you can potentially, buy that at a greater discount and then resell it for market value. But that's ultimately what you're trying to do here, right? Now, this one can tie up money for a little bit longer, especially if the car is very unique. But if it's a great deal, you might be able to flip it in a couple of weeks and make $1,000, couple $1,000 easily. If it's a higher priced vehicle, you can make more than that. So that is one, is flipping cars. Now, again, maybe you're like, wow, that might be a lot of money. I can't do that. Let me give you some easier ones. Flipping furniture. Now, I know in some countries, like if you're looking hard in the United States, you can sometimes find free furniture in pretty good shape. If you're willing to put in the time and the effort, you search for it, you find either free or good deals on furniture, and then you flip it. All right. So I've done this a lot. I did this in college. Pretty much every year I would go on Craigslist. I would find furniture for the year. I would pick it up. Sometimes it would be free or cheap. And then at the end of the year, I would sell it. And usually I would always make money. All right. I think my very last year in college, I didn't do that. But this works anywhere. You can do this anywhere in the world. The key is knowing what value the furniture has. If it is below value or people are just trying to get rid of it quickly, that's the great thing about couches is when people they're ready to upgrade their furniture, they want to get that old couch out there quick. A lot of times they don't care if they lose value, and that's an opportunity for you to capitalize on that. You to find that good value, that furniture on a discount, get it, and then flip it. All right? So that's another one. But this concept of flipping can work on all kinds of things. Basically, what you want to find is something of decent value where there's good margin and it makes sense for you to put time and effort into it, right? That's why couches are a great one because you could sometimes get it for free. They just want you to pick it up and take it out, right? Another really easy one is flipping phones, all right? If you're kind of more of a tech guy and you understand, the value of phones in your market really well, you got to kind of look around online for the really good deals, jump on them, buy them, and flip them. All right, that's another one that might not cost as much that you could do really early on. All right, so those are kind of the flipping mentality you can do in a lot of different things. Those are maybe 3 examples of ways you can flip things to make money easily. People do this with all kinds of things, jewelry, watches, Sneakerheads will do this with shoes. You can do this in a lot of different categories. The key is finding kind of what your budget is, what you can afford to flip, and then really finding your niche and doing that well and just scouring for those value deals. Some other things though that I would say that you could do to make money easily is basic service things, right? If you post, on Craigslist or in whatever country you're in, I'm sure there's job posting websites. Post basic services that people don't want to do. That is a huge key to making money, especially when you're young and you're a hustler. You do the things nobody really wants to do. Mowing lawns, washing cars, maybe moving a house or cleaning up junk or whatever, hauling junk. There's a lot of things like that people are willing to pay and pay pretty well for just because it's a lot of work and they don't want to do it. If you can post your kind of services on platforms like that, you can get found and make some extra money easily there. All right. So that's some really quick tips there for making money, and no matter where you live, what you're doing. Now, here's some quick tips on saving money. All right. Now, this is going to kind of vary from person to person. But one is where you live. All right. Now, you can do this within your own country or you can do it internationally. But if you are in a position where you can work remotely or you can work your job wherever, where you live makes a huge difference. Right? The cost of housing, the cost of living in certain cities is way higher than it is in other places, even within your own country, I'm sure, right? In the United States, if you live in LA or Manhattan or, one of those big cities, you can have the exact same work if you're working remotely, but it'll cost you just a whole lot more to live there. Now, if you go out to like Montana or something like that, your dollar goes a lot further. And if you can have the same income, but reduce your cost of living, you can effectively save more and invest more. Now, you can take this even a step further and live outside of your country, somewhere else where the cost of living is even cheaper. And that is another great way to save money and hustle, because on the front end of your life, when you're young, in your 20s and your 30s, if you are able to stash money away, invest it, and grow it, it will help you out huge in the long run. So those are just a couple really quick tips I just wanted to get out there for you guys, some value adds so that you guys can hustle, learn to do some stuff that will make you money. Now, here's the tip. The final tip, hopefully if you guys don't watch my videos until the end, I'm going to start giving the biggest tips at the end. Now, I know this is the case in America. I don't know about in your country because I think it varies from country to country. But one of the biggest ways you can make money quickly is flipping houses. That's right. Now, I know you're hearing this and you're like, whoa, that's a huge risk. I don't have that much money. At least in America, you are able to get a house under contract. And once the house is under contract, you can flip the contract. Now, sometimes you don't even have to put money down. You have a window of when you can flip the contract, but if you can line up real estate investors or interested buyers early and get, a network of them that you can share good deals to, you basically are flipping houses. What you do is you look for really, really good deals. Now, specifically with houses, this is called wholesaling. What you want to try to do is find off-market deals, things that are already not listed. And you want to try finding them, getting them under contract at least 30% below the market value. There's a lot of reasons there, but especially real estate investors, if they need to rehab it or do things, they're going to want to see that it's at least, they're going to want a deal that's around there, right? So you need to at least get that so that you can get some margin when you flip it to somebody else. So the more you can get the better deal, the more margin you can make on flipping a house. Now, the nice thing about flipping is the more expensive the item, the more margin you can make. And with houses, if you're flipping a $250,000 house, if it's a 1% margin, that's $2,500. That's 1% margin, right? And if you do that in a month, that's almost a month's salary. I mean, probably not exactly, but if you do 2 of those in the month, you're doing all right. It's $60K a year. So wholesaling is a great way. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of hustle, a lot of calls, a lot of rejection, but people, their first year in wholesaling can sometimes make 6 figures. So those are some tips for you guys today. Like and subscribe to this video if you like this content. I want to keep giving you guys more and more ways that you can grow your portfolio, grow your nest egg, retire early and retire with freedom. All right, I'll see you guys next time on our next video. This is Brady signing out.